The fluidity, how it can blend on the paper. There's a boldness to it and such a gentleness about it. It glows. I've always created, ever since a little girl. So I would draw, knit, crochet, embroider, and I just loved making stuff. My career as a photolithographer, looking at black and white film, gave me a very strong understanding of values, which was totally transferable to painting. Once I hit watercolour, it was a passion that just evolved very quickly. I was in a workshop and the instructor said, if you want to be an artist, you have to call yourself an artist. And it was an epiphany for me at the time. From that moment on, I called myself an artist. And everything has been in progression from there. I find inspiration all over the place. Being a gardener, the subject matter was an easy choice because I love to grow flowers. Light coming through the petals and the translucency just gives me goosebumps. It's such a feeling of, yes, this is it. I want to paint this and I want to capture this moment in time. My dad was a photographer and I grew up really feeling like photography was a key element to me, so I use it a lot in creating my compositions. I do draw and sketch, but I still have the camera because of the immediacy of capturing the moment. I love cloudy days because it brings out the true colour in things. It's just gorgeous how flowers are such a beautiful vehicle for light. It's so amazing that it can stop you in your tracks. My studio is my sanctuary as much as my garden is too. It's so important to me. It enabled me to work much bigger, to have the ability to work in more mediums than just one, because I have little stations in the studio. I can teach in the studio, which I do on a regular basis, so I am so excited to come every day to it, just be in my own little world. I paint in watercolour, acrylics and oils. I choose the medium most appropriate for the subject. Roses are one of my favourite subjects and romance is totally me. So I'm so romantic and I'm married to a very romantic man. So the florals have been absolutely gorgeous with watercolour, and the Nest series, texture is such a key element with them that acrylics have been perfect for that subject. I have built a big toolbox of techniques so that I can get myself into trouble and out of trouble. I started painting pet portraits after my last cat passed away. Her name was Bacon. I had Egg and Bacon. There were 2 calico cats, and found I so loved the process of painting them, bringing them to life on paper. It was astounding. I love discovering things and I love to share them. I jury shows for local art groups, as well as critiques and workshops. I've also been doing a series of classes for Opus Art Supplies. They've opened up a space to be able to do that and found a need within the community to provide an inexpensive way to introduce people into art. The feedback that I've had from my students is that they get mentoring from me to grow their own style, to grow their own way of painting. Do what feels right for them, choose their likes and dislikes. It really makes it their own and not just copying somebody else's. A roller coaster ride is probably the most apt expression for it. You have highs and lows. Nothing can prepare you for that. I've learnt a lot about life from being on this journey. I've had people well up with tears at my paintings. I've had them comment about being able to smell roses when they walked into the room. There's such a love of being able to put all that into my work. My work is me. No matter what art you choose to put on your walls, it has to have that connection of making you happy. And that's really what I want to go